Hey guys, there I am. Welcome, Brew Crew. Welcome to the Morning Brew, CR&E Morning Brew. It is March 27th. My goodness. All right, sorry I'm a little bit late. Trying to figure something else out camera-wise, but it's not working out. So, oh well. Coffee. Everybody's doing all right. While we're waiting. I hear you. Well, how excited you guys are to see me all the time. Just calm down. How you doing, Andy? Pepper Rails, Burley. How you doing? Yeah, I know. What do you gotta do? You can't rush perfection, guys. You can't rush it. All right. So I got a lot done on the layout. I was hoping to get a camera up there to show you, but I could probably take a minute and try to switch over to a different camera. I might do that. We'll see. We'll see. No, unfortunately, I just grabbed my mug. I'm going to start doing that again. I kind of get away from it. I don't know why. But I did. I do have 3 trains running. My upper main lines are back up and running. A lot of you guys saw the video I did on that. So that's good. I got a lot of the tortoises in. So I've been working on that Sunday, Tuesday. Sunday, I mainly got the track in. Got the tortoises down to a pretty good, I don't want to say a science, but I got a pretty good flow on how I do them. So they've been going in pretty easy. I'm going to probably need to get more. I'm going to need to get more if I want to do them on everything. But I want to at least have the main lines automated with tortoises. I haven't decided on like sidings, like in the yard. You know, a siding off the main going into the yard, yes. Once I'm in the yard or like the Airmo yard or the CSX yard, I don't know that I'm necessarily going to worry about doing tortoises on those. Morning, Brad. Awesome possum. Morning, Fred. Watched your video this morning, actually. Your latest, I think it was your latest video on the build in the garage, the new shelf layout. Looking good. I like some of them. What building is that? The building? Did you just build them that way? It's they're kind of like triangle. There's some kind of Walters kit, but pretty cool buildings. Dave, Stormy Sky, good morning. Dave BNSF, and Scale, good morning. Ronald, good morning to you. Mike, Deep Run Railroad. Ray Bertelson, good morning. Learning to program a coffee maker after the time change. Yeah, maybe. I don't program it, actually. I set it up and, to be ready to go off. I turn it on. I can program it. I just never do. That's right. You can't. We can rush you. Yeah. Can't have perfection, but we can rush you. That's true. Rather be sleeping than be up in the night. Well, I get that. I mean, I'm just used to being up because of my schedule, And sometimes I'll do late nights working down here. Just depends. That's how I feel. Sometimes I get a second wind. Can't sleep and I'll get up, come down, mess around, run trains, do something. Well, there's reliable warehouse kit. Okay, so I saw you had the background building. I think you have the background building for that as well. I remember what you were showing there. I have the Centennial Mills. I have the full building, and I have the background building. I also have that tenement house. It's a background building. I planned on using that in my town over here, and then I didn't use it. I don't know where I'm going to use that. You only have so much backdrop. I have to actually take the time to dig out everything I have left building-wise. A lot of them I bought with the intent of like kit bashing them for like a long background warehouse, maybe for like my refrigerator warehouse I'm going to do up here on the peninsula eventually someday. Hey, Les, how are you? Let's figure out how I want to do that. You know, in my mind, I have all these great ideas, and then to put them ideas into practice is kind of hard sometimes. Train freak, after buying the Walden's background building for Shack and Sit, never mind the background building, I'd rather buy the full kit. Keep bashing in the background building and make it look bigger. Yeah. Well, that was the thing. I was at a train show or something. It might have been Timonia, but I don't remember which kit it was. But it was a kit that I probably wouldn't use as a whole building anyways. But the price was, I mean, it was like 20 or 25 bucks I paid for the kit. It was a large kit. What the whole building was that? I don't remember what building it was. Anyways, that's the plan. Is I'm going to do something like that with it. I have the background of that furniture factory of Walder's. I can't remember if I bought the full building too. I don't know. Like I said, I had a lot of plans for things, and then you always think you have more room than you have. Hi, Lyden. Or Lyndon. Lyndon. How you doing, bud? Sorry, I messed your name up. How do you cut the rollers plastic cleanly? That's the trick. Don't be giving away my secrets over there. I thought you were my buddy. What the hell? Hey, Anthony. Good morning. Yeah, that or one of those fine razor saws. Sometimes you still gotta put it up against something. Maybe a miter box. I don't know. Like I don't think you could use. I've used a hacksaw blade before because it has those fine teeth. You just got to be real slow with it, you know, and do a couple of nice long drags to get a groove going, you know. Sandpaper and model or putty, you know, gaps or cracks. Try to cut things strategically, so if there is a little bit of something off, you can hide it with a corner piece or something, or you know, even drop down like a gutter, a seam in the building. You know, sometimes I'll drop a gutter line down or something. You know what I mean? There's little ways to hide stuff, but definitely a fine saw, sharp X-Acto with my recommendations. I don't know of any other way. Like I don't think you could put it on not a circular table saw. Maybe if you had like one of those real fine, I'm gonna call it a bandsaw, but it's not a bandsaw. It kind of is. Scroll saw maybe would work because it's a really fine blade and really fine teeth. Maybe it would work if you had something like that available to you. But again, you got to kind of be strategic where you cut it. Try to cut it where you can use natural lines of the building already to follow. Pretty sure exactly might heat it over a flame. Oh, that's not a bad idea. It kind of melts into the plastic a little bit. That's not a bad idea. Surprised you thought of that. That's what you get, buddy. Anycubic is sending me another part from the printer. They should send me a new printer. Yeah, that's the thing, man. When they work, they're great. Unfortunately, when they don't, first you have to understand how it goes together and how to fix it. Like, I wouldn't really know how to fix one. I'd have to learn, I guess, just like anything else. Metal speed squares, I don't cut it at angle. Yeah, good idea. Definitely a metal square. Keep everything squared up. You got the lines on your mat here. If you could somehow clamp it down, keep it from moving a little bit too. It's really got to take your time with it. Hey Joe, hey man, I'm so sorry, man, about Jack. It's tough. It's a tough one, buddy. So thinking about you, man. My other buddy Darren, you guys know Darren, had to put his dog down 15 years. B&H Railroad, Darren. So yeah, it's tough, man. You get close to those animals. Hey, okay, Fred. Good luck with your test and everything. Appreciate you popping in. Yeah. Right on time, Joe. We could use a coping saw, but it's handheld, so I was thinking it's similar to I think it's a scroll saw is what it's called. It's almost like I should buy it off my brother-in-law. He has it in his garage and he never uses it. He used to do a lot of woodworking and fine woodworking. Even with the family discount, it's going to be expensive. But I don't know if it would come in handy. I bet you if you go on like Micromark and those kind of places, they probably have like a tabletop, small like scroll saw. I think I've seen like the circular saws that are like really small. I don't know, maybe like 12 by 12, something like that sits on a table, 10 by 10. Dremel. I've used the Dremel for some cutting of plastic before. A little bit harder to control. You're going to probably in the background hear the dinging from the crossing over there because I do have a train running over that crossing. That's a train I have I got a bunch of my cars on there, but I have a bunch of them from, when it comes around, I'll change the camera if I remember so you can see it. Not that camera. Rails' car, Chris from Tennessee River, Joe Rader. Who else is on there? Wilmer, Indian Valley. Oh, thanks to Wilmer. I don't know if he's out there, if he watches this back later, but thank you again for those that weren't aware. And he took my 4th week on track Tuesday because it was my daughter's birthday, so we took her out for dinner and stuff. So it was kind of almost, it was last minute. I'm sure I was told, but I didn't remember to remember. So it was, I think Monday morning, really early morning. I was getting ready for work. I'm like, oh crap! I'm going to forget to text him later. So I'm like, Wilmer, I'm sorry. It's like 4:30 in the morning, but I just know I'm going to forget later. And then he took that from me. Let's show you that. So these will be coming by. Slow it down here. Morning, Dwayne. He's working Spoon Railroad. So there you go. You got Grandpa Rails. I know I did a little short video on it when I made the video about it. That's my newest one from Grandpa Rails. And of course, there's one of mine. That's for the Crooked River Co-op. It's a separate type of logo. And you got my logo. in that boxcar. And you got Firehouse Whiskey, Joe Geraci, Joe G. This is a friend of mine down in Maryland Southern. It's his own scheme, his own short line there. Pretty cool car. Carey, I think his name. Doug Carey. Black Rock Central, of course. Joe Raider. Another one of mine. Another Black Rock Central. Can't have too many Black Rock Centrals. One of these days I'll actually get a boxcar from him. Or one of those mechanical reefers. That's Tennessee River, is his leasing company. CR&X. And another one of mine. And another one of mine. That one was a rock car, I believe. And you got Wilmer, Indian Head Valley. This is the one from Jason the Train Freak that he did for me. Marvin the Martian. And this is my buddy Eddie Toombs, Farmers Co-op. I roached that one out. And an early attempt at a caboose for myself back when I was running cabooses. That's my earliest logo there. It was meant to be modeled after the C&O Progress. So Joe Geraci designed my logos. That was the first one he did, and then we upgraded it to the other one. He did all my decals in the beginning. Then he just decided, hey, do you want the file? So he sent me the file, and now I make them myself. So there you go. All right, back to the show. I said you guys might enjoy that. I had them up there the other day for the video, and I just been running that around periodically. And back to my ugly mug. All right, let me get back on track here. Joe has a good method for cutting and building wall. Joe Raider? Did I miss your method, Joe? Yeah, you can't rush it. You got to take your time with it. Hey, Thomas. Morning. Man, I always forget. I forget Monday nights. I forget Wednesdays. The crab crew. I forget Mondays for off the tracks. I don't know why. I think it's because I work, and by the time I get home and get settled in, it's like already past the time, and then I don't know. A lot of times I'm hanging out with the wife on those days because she's done with work, I'm done with work, so we're getting ready for dinner or watching shows or other things. I don't know. Out and about. You're talking about bandsaw. That's great for cutting curves, but not great at cutting something straight. Circular is better for straight cuts. Agreed. But I don't know if the circular saw will be too strong for the plastic, or get too hot and melt it. I don't know. No, I was thinking of how did I just say before? I don't think a jigsaw would work either. You have to be able to keep it straight, whatever the line is. Clamp to the workbench, scroll saw. Yeah, as I said before, scroll saw. So that would be, you would think that would be ideal. You know, again, you still would have to probably clamp some kind of, depending on how that is set up, clamp something to allow the piece of plastic to run through straight. So some kind of a guide on the side to keep up against that wall. So when you run it through, it doesn't get off and then it's all wavy and goofy. Some of that you can sand out probably if it's a little bit, you know, but you want to try to get things as straight as you can, obviously, or it's not going to look right when it goes together. It's real janky, you know, and then putty's only going to cover so much. There'll definitely be somewhere to look. I'm sure it's not cheap, but if you're going to do a lot of kit patching, it might be worth the upfront cost. Exactly. Trading friends rail cars is better than say a around the layout branded car. Trading friends railroad cars is better than say. I don't know what that means, Mike. I love the other side of the car, but I was trying to give you credit for having a car that had Train Freak on it. So the other one says crooked with the boobies on it. That's the same car, but it's on the opposite side. Okay, it wasn't talking about you. You do a lot of kit bashing and stuff, and you do great work, man. I like being able to trade rail cars with people. Like they come to visit, or I go to visit them. I like to bring something with me, or like you send me one, I'll send you one, kind of thing. For guys that have their own roads, their own short lines or whatever, it's really pretty cool. Almost like a 3D version of trading stickers. I'd rather have your car than a sticker. I'd like the stickers too, but I mean, CMD models. Here's from the Sound of Music Land. Austria? Maybe? Is it Austria? Maybe any scale car for Ray, help them to tag up. There you go. Get them, Grandpa Rails. Morning, CLL. Good to see you. Straight lines of bandsaw is the way to go. I think a bandsaw is pretty heavy of a saw. I think a scroll saw would be better because it's finer, or no? I'm trying to think of what's going to be less damaging to what you're cutting. Does that make sense? I just feel like those are so, I don't know. Basically a scroll saw, but it's bigger, thicker. Not really a scroll saw. You know what I mean, damn it. Same concept. 6x6 table saw, which I use to cut my 3D models if needed. Okay. Because I've seen those too. I've seen those the Micromark, I believe. I've also seen them just like on Facebook and stuff. You get those ads that'll pop up once in a while. I don't know if I trust them. That's the problem. Probably get them cheaper that way. I'm sure Temu or Wish or one of those cheapy Chinese companies, Oh, sure, okay. That's cool. Always wanted to go there. Just maybe from the Sound of Music, maybe just some other movies I've seen. Just looks like a beautiful country, just the scenery and everything. Well, welcome. I appreciate you popping in. It's very cool. So what are you, about 6-7 hours ahead of us here? You're in the afternoon, I'm assuming. I think England is like 6 hours. So you got to be right around that general time, I would guess. Hey, Mike. Good afternoon, buddy. Right. The scroll saw has the thin blade. Scroll saw cuts up and down, bandsaw cuts down only. Okay. I can see that. I can see that now. I didn't know it was. I didn't realize it just. I guess it would be because it just goes in a circle. Bandsaw. Get a chance to go see my live stream again. I made some changes and I'm now using a plugin. It has text to speech so you don't have to read all the comments. Try it out. Okay. I did run on it the one time. If I still have the link to it, I guess you probably go on to the channel and you put the link in the thing. Because I had it up on the phone. I think I was controlling it on the phone, but I was watching it on the TV, I think is how I did it. Morning, Wesley. I'm doing well. How are you? Scroll saw has speed control, less chance of melting plastic. I just feel like it would be a little more like less damaging, a little more controllable. But I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. I've never used any of that stuff to cut plastic. I've used hacksaw. X-Acto has that little hacksaw, it's probably about like that long. They got different sizes, but you use it with your handle for the X-Acto. So the big red handle they have. I don't know, I got it in a kit kind of thing. Hey, Randy. Good morning. Jason, bring the guide rollers down as far as you can. What I do, and it still wants to curve. I even use the guide that slides on the plate. I'm talking about a scroll saw. I mean, honestly, I think, like Thomas was saying, a small tabletop circular saw would be perfect. Something with a really skinny, fine blade, something that is, meant for smaller things. You know how thick a blade is, a circular saw is on to cut wood with, and even the fine blade ones, your finer woods, it's a thick blade, so you're losing a lot of plastic on the opposite side of it. So if you're trying to use both pieces, but you want to cut them, you want to try to preserve as much plastic as you can. At least that makes sense in my head. I don't know. I could be just talking. Hey, there's Pappy. Good morning, Pappy. Man, I can't wait to get down there and run those slot cars, man. That'd be good. Can't wait. I've never really, other than when I was a kid, I haven't run any slot cars just since way back, And they were always just like a little circular track or whatever you get, for the little sets you get at Christmas time and that. My Obi bandsaw, which I mostly use to cut masonite for my building foundations. Oh, okay. Now, that Mally's chocolate's back there. Yeah, let me get it. Okay, so especially and this is a derail Daryl hack he taught me. I'm sure other guys have used it, but that's who I learned it from. So this building is considered one of those concrete pop-up buildings, right? Tilt-ups or whatever. And that's just masonite. Remember that same stuff to do this out of, the fascia board. And these, I think, were Walders dock doors. You don't even have, I cut them out, but I probably didn't have to cut them out. I could have just glued them right to the outside with the little dock plates down. And then this is up top is styrene sheets. They were just, corrugated or whatever you want to call it. These are little corner pieces of styrene just to kind of finish off the edges in that. A piece of styrene along the bottom here to kind of define that. And these are just drawn on these lines. If I get the damn comment out of the way, it'll be a little easier to see something. These are just done in pencil. These lines, I just marked them out. Then, of course, I put some blocks on the back to give it some width that I wanted and covered the sides. I didn't even cover, I guess I did. I guess I did cover both sides. And the top is foam core board for the roof. Little focus. I mean, it's not the most professional, but it's a background building. And if I wouldn't have showed you that, you probably wouldn't have noticed as much. So Yeah, I give some credit. I give all the credit to Daryl on that one because I was trying to find a kit to kit bash and all this. And he goes, "Why are you going to do that?" He showed me his couple of his buildings. He did like that for the background, and I liked it. PGL Mono Railroad. It's got the Aurora slot cars when I was a kid. GL needs around. Okay, let me so maybe electric. Yeah, maybe. You have a link to that? And actually, I was kind of thinking like I want all these background buildings to do the what do you call it? Shocking myself over for some reason to do the cold storage warehouse. I want to do up top for my Tropicana cars and all that stuff. Um, so it might be a combination of that I just showed you, that type of building style, and then maybe some brick buildings like it was maybe expanded on and whatever over time. All right, JL Model Railroad. You should have a wrench now, a little blue wrench next to your name. When you're in my chat, anyways, you can click on the little three dots next to people's names if you scroll over their name, and it will take you to their channel. So you can check out, subscribe to other channels and stuff if you haven't. Like it quick and sweet, and you can replace it later if you want. I'm talking about that building I just showed. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I intentionally built it that way. So then what I did was, you can't really see it, but basically did the same thing here. On the other wall, so these come in together like this. So the one I just showed you is coming out along here. So this goes, see that? I put it in the camera. Same thing. I cut this building a little shorter, like it was maybe more of the original part of the building. And they built the newer part a little higher because it's more like where the cold storage would be, the freezers and stuff. So over here, I put truck docks on there. And then this part here is hidden by the office part of the building. Had some brick sheet. We'll put that down on the bottom. Same concept, same paint scheme. I added a little door in there. See, on the back side of this, I did not cut any holes in. I just left it flat because I didn't need to. I didn't really need to do it on the other part either, but I did. And then after I did, I was like, well, I don't need to do that. So okay. I don't know why I felt the need to show you that, but I did. Just very simple. Sometimes I think, myself included, we overthink things. Mr. Darrell was always really good with me, because he would say, "Stop overthinking it." Well, a lot of guys have told me that, but like when we get up on StreamYards, he's still around. D-Rail Darrell. Just kind of took a step back and think, just a lot going on in his life and work and everything else. And I got fed up with YouTube a little bit. And anyways, yeah, let's try to get JL Railroad up to 100 subscribers or more. We're new and clueless. New and clueless to the hobby. Well, all this information is good and bad. You got to kind of sift through the good and the bad. But there's definitely a lot of people who are willing to help out and give give advice. Arnold don't have a wrench either, man. Sorry, man. Ronald Rondeau, you have a wrench now as well. I'm sorry, I thought you had one. I just realized I did not see one next to your name. Jason probably had already said that and I missed it. Who else can I see that does not? Oh, okay, Mike. Let me get caught. I'm reading on here, not getting caught up there. Mike says, on the Dundas and Tracks on Mike show, Ray A was asking opinions about an around the layout car built by manufacturer. You say, I like friends cars. Like I have a Scale Trains car, just because I think they had a clearance on them one year. It was like $10 for the car. It was one of those kit classics or something. And I needed like $10 more to get free shipping. Well, this one was $99 when we started. No ranting. It's not the Jim Tedesco show. Love you, Jim. But that'd be kind of cool. Who was it that was I don't remember who was doing it. There were several. There was somebody's car channel. I don't know what. It was going and being shipped from layout to layout to layout, and you would take a video of that car running in your layout. You keep it for a week or so, ship it to the next guy. I can't remember who was doing that. But that's kind of a cool idea too. And I think Artie actually had an idea. He was talking about getting one of those containers, like an international container, and doing the same thing with that, sending it to somebody. They could sign it or whatever, and take a video of it, and then go to the next layout, and then the next layout, and then eventually make it back to Artie or whoever started it, So that is kind of a cool concept. I wouldn't be against doing that or participating in that. Each person be responsible to ship to the next person or like pay for the shipping from that person to them. So if I was going to ship it back to Artie, Artie would pay to me. I would pay to ship it from Artie to me. So if you're shipping overseas, you're going to get kind of burned, not burned, but it's going to cost you a little more than if you're shipping it from like me to Joe Rader, or me to Wilmer. So thank you, Andy. There's the link for JL Model Railroad's channel. Go check that out. Or just click on the three dots and you can do it that way. I am subscribed and I'm going to hit all the notifications. So hopefully I'll get them. I don't always get them, unfortunately. So you do have some pretty interesting builds on here. Scratch build. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. Let's take a little look-see at some of that. Morning, hi. I see you popped in there. Can't stay away till Scott Morphin. That's all right, Chris. like Train Freak says, go get some rest. And hopefully you'll be getting out of there pretty soon. Now I'm way behind. Almost 10 minutes. Yeah, everybody does, man. It's like, and that's my problem. I can speak to myself really only is I worry so much about it looking right, looking believable. Yes, we're all looking for that. Yeah, we want to have fun and just do things our way, but I think we all want it to look realistic, to look believable. You know, we all want that model railroad quality magazine realism, or you know. Yeah, Ronald, I'm sorry, man. I could have swore you had one, and I just didn't pay attention. Spot and my track plan for the next section. My layout finalized. I'm still waiting to see what all names are suggested for this industry. So far, that's some very good ones. Yeah, I don't think I've given you a suggestion yet. That contract traveling boxcar. That's what's going on right now. That's what I was just talking about. I can't remember who was doing it. I would rather just have a boxcar from the show back on track. Or I know, like the Sidetrack Sunday guys had a boxcar with all their logos on. That'd be kind of cool. I'd like to. I mean, I don't want to be like a copycat, but I think it'd be kind of cool to do that for the On Track Tuesday crew. Which, by the way, I started talking about that earlier. Wilmer took my week last week, so I'm going to be doing his first week of April, and then I'll also be doing my week in April. So I'll be on twice in April on Track Tuesday. So, yeah. So like next week I'll be on, and I wasn't going to be able to do my show Thursday morning next week anyway, just to let you know. I have a class I have to take, which will be like 8 in the morning until probably like 3 in the afternoon or so. So I won't be able to go up next Thursday anyways. So which works out because I'm going to do On Track Tuesday on the first week this month, like I just said. So I'll take that one off. I'll have to decide if I'll do the fourth week on track or CR&E morning brew or not. More to come. I'll let you know. But I will not be on next Thursday morning. So Lynn, you can sleep in. And if you're in here, I'm sorry I never said hi to you, but there he is. Hello, hi. Yeah, well, I think we all try to be. I think we all have our own knowledge base and expertise in things, and just have a good time, man. We're all kind of learning. Even the guys that are experienced are still learning. It was good to see new friends. Absolutely, man. Thanks for your support. Appreciate it. The railroad forum didn't have a passenger car. Okay. It's pretty cool, though. I mean, I like that. Again, I like getting cars from other people that I can actually put on my roster, put them at my industries, run them on my layout, not just make them museum pieces kind of thing. I like to run them. Nobody had no time to work on the layout. I was working in the garden to build an extension porch and shed. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a hobby, right? You do it when you have time. That's my problem, Jason. It's hard for me to look at something and just say, it's good enough. But at the same time, I'm not super awesome at doing like the super detailing, like the boomer detailing of things. Boomer dioramas, guys like that just amaze me. I mean, I get close in some areas, but like Mike, Canada, not Trax, well, he's good too, but oh my god. It's a good who he is. Mike's models. Mike's models. Like, I don't know, he's got a shelf layout and he does amazing work. I mean, he puts like the trash in there and everything, man. Oh, okay. They did it during that. So it really has always been my dream to build a hometown layout, and now I'm living the dream. Awesome. Are you trying to model it like after your hometown, like trying to like this is, Joe's grocery store and this is Miss Sally's hair salon, or that kind of thing? Are you trying to like lay out the streets and make it pretty much realistic or prototypical? Yeah, I do this on Thursday mornings. Usually the fourth Thursday, I don't go up just because of the fact that I'm on a Tuesday show as well. And there's 4 Tuesdays in most months. So there's 4 guys, and they kind of each week somebody different does it. So I usually do the 4th week. This month got messed up, like I said. So yeah, I usually do the 4th Tuesday of the month as well at 7 p.m. on Sundays. Tuesdays, see Sundays. Losing my mind. There's a group of guys that does a show on Sunday nights at like 8 p.m. There's a couple guys on Mondays at 7, I think. I think one at 7. Wednesdays is Cab Crew Wednesday as well. And there are live streams like this. Just talk about whatever. Like this show I bill is just no expectations, just like we're sitting here at the coffee shop, just like it says on the banner. Sit there drinking coffee, shooting the breeze about model trains, real trains. I try to stay away from politics as much as possible, and some of that stuff. It does creep in here and there, but I don't like to have it creep in. Try to keep it mostly about trains. I'm always behind on the chat. This is a big joke, running joke. So you're doing the same thing. I built a web page for it so people can upload their photos to the shared photo album. See, that's cool. I like that. That's cool. Now you got me thinking. I might have to do something like that. I might have to copy it there a little bit, just, or maybe just link videos. Like if somebody gets a car from me or something and wants to run it, and then maybe link that video to my channel somehow. It's good thought. I like that. Morning, Randall. Thank you. My God, I'm getting as bad as you, Anthony. I can't remember shit anymore. Huh. I'm pushing some auto racks around that came uncoupled. Yeah, oh well. Oh, I got a haircut, man. I need a haircut today. So I can't stay on. It's not like it's expensive, but doing too much of it doesn't allow certain things to pop out. That because it all pops, yeah. That's a nice thing, and that's why I wanted the 3D printer. It's a nice thing about that is, some things I've been able to print. Simple stuff like the electric meters and the gas meters and stuff like that. Little like window air conditioners I have printed. I've printed some. I'll show you guys this thing again for those that are new. Porta Johns are printed. Little detail things like that. So, like there's the electric meter. Focus, you bastard. And then I don't have a gas meter on this one, but there's an air conditioning unit. I put it like a through the wall one instead of through the window. I've seen those before like that. So I'm using that as a yard office, as a yard trailer office. Yeah, thing's pretty durable. Although I broke the window air conditioner off of it. Drat. But like that's the nice thing about the 3D printers and stuff. You can do that. Thomas Grassy does a lot of printing. Curly's been doing a lot of printing. JD does a lot of printing. You guys saw the video I did on the 3D printed green silos. Oh, damn it. Sorry for my language. Well, I always glues my fingers together. Don't glue anything else together. The damn super glue. Yeah, we'll see. It's just the cheap stuff. I think I got it from the dollar store, so it's not surprised it doesn't work well. Yeah. Mike's HO trains. He does a lot of detailing. He has more like an industrial switching layout for those that are not aware of that. Yeah. Just like me, I have realistic road towns. Like the towns are named realistically, but they're not modeled realistically. Like the town of Deschler up here that you guys saw has street running. There's a double main street running, which is less common than a single main. Street running is not as common anyways, but it's cool. The town of Deschler in real life does not have street running, to my knowledge. But I wanted street running through town, and that's where my town is, and that's where I was able to do it. So I did. So that's where you get that my railroad, my rules kind of from. But I'm trying to put towns along the way that are actually in central Ohio where I'm modeling. And so there you go. But a lot of it's fictitious. Like I call it they call it proto-lance, I think is what it's called. Where I try to model things that look prototypical, but they're not necessarily, I don't want to look realistic, but they're not necessarily prototypical. Like the businesses in the town aren't necessarily prototypical for that town. Yeah, back on track Saturday mornings. I always forget about that show. I don't know why. It's a good show too. When I remember to catch it, I watch. Realistic layouts all start with the backdrop. Yeah, I still got to get more backdrops. Nothing unusual up there, just the usual BNSF power. Well, that's not a bad thing either. It's always cool to see something that's different. Easier for details. Yeah, I'm sure. And remember, you can't build it to your liking. It's true. If you're happy with it, it's all that matters. You're the one that's at your layout all the time. You're, like I built this layout so that people could come and run on it, but I've had some visitors, but it's not like a weekly, monthly thing, it's not a club layout. It's my home layout. If there was guys more in the area that wanted to come and do more of a set thing, and we could do operations and that kind of stuff, I would not be against it. But most of the people, and that's the funny thing, I'm more friends with people from all over the country. I don't really know much people around here that's in the hobby. Like Pappy could come up. He's about, what, 2.5, roughly 2 hours, something like that from me. You know, do something on a Saturday. You want to come up on a Saturday morning or something? We can do some kind of op sessions. Wilmer's about 3 hours from me. And if he wanted to, he could come up. But I don't really have anybody that I can think of really that close. Cowboy Steve's probably about 2.5 hours, 2 hours, something like that from me. That's a good point. First attempt in learning. That's all right. Hey, Stu Structure. There's a scratch builder, kit basher. You want to follow him? More of a scratch builder, I think. It's amazing work. So Jay and Almarero, that's somebody there. Stu's right over Mark. You definitely want to check his channel out. There's a guy I've been following. What the hell's the name of that channel? I just started watching this stuff not too long ago. I can find it real quick. It's old guy having fun with trains. Find it. Put the link to it. But he let's see if we can put it in the chat here. He has been doing he's doing like a kit bash right now. And hey, Bud Files, how you doing? Nice little typical town names of freelance setting. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm surprised. Quite a few guys in there this morning. Pretty cool. Appreciate that. But Sean was whimsical. It's fun. Absolutely. You know, I mean, look at Tammy and Razorland. I mean, they do whatever they want to do, and they have a great time with it. And that's what it should be about. A couple of days away, but you're always welcome. Yeah, you know, I joke with my family. I say, hey, I'm an international celebrity, man. You got to respect me. And they shut up, old man. No, but you know what I mean. Because it's crazy how we connect with people all over the world. It's nuts. You know, back when I was young as a kid, before the internet and all that stuff, you know, if you didn't have a local club or a local shop, then you can meet guys that way. There you go. Yeah, you learn a lot from Stu's channel or Mark's channel. I mean, among other guys, don't get me wrong, but he definitely is really awesome at scratch building and stuff. Yeah, me too, Jason. I'm going to have to travel out there with Pappy. So on the weekend, we can do that and go find more cabooses. I don't know a cotton belt one, but in an area, you better be packing. Sorry, I want something to someone. YouTube with mouth open thumbnail. I'm weird. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Where's a mouth open thumbnail? I don't think anybody here has a mouth open thumbnail, do they? You're not weird. It's just a preference. Oh, still needs a wrench. Yes, it does. All right, Mark, you have a blue wrench now. Sorry, buddy. I thought you had one. I don't pay that much attention. I apologize. Thank God Jason does. Oh, guy link. Sorry, my loss. Oh, you're talking about the link I just sent, the channel? Well, I didn't pay attention to the, what do you call it? Thumbnail. Well, if you could get past that, he's really pretty good. And what I like is he builds some older kits, kind of like Raynard does. You find these older kits like KFC and some of the just different kits there, like older run kits. Builds them, kind of modifies them, makes them look really good like Raynard does. And I've been enjoying them. So it's, obviously everybody's preference. The wrench, if you go scroll over top of somebody's name and you see the little 3 dots there, click those 3 dots. No, don't click the 3 dots. I think you could just click on them. I don't know if I could do it here. Hey, yeah, congratulations, Scott. Might have to do it on the, just click on their name or on those 3 dots, and it should say go to channel. It'll give you some options. You could go to their channel and check it out and subscribe if you want, that kind of thing. But while you're in my chat, I mean, you go to somebody else's chat, they'll have to give you a wrench on their show. This is only good for like my show. I think if you already have one for this show, it's good. I don't know if it's good for On Track Tuesday as well. But hey, Chris, how you doing, man? I gotta get caught up on your stuff, man. I'm way behind on your build. It's crazy. Trade freak, the way my job works, I can't really meet up with anyone unless I happen to be on borrow out near where someone lives or just happen to be traveling through their town. Ever get any vacation time or anything, Randall, or you just don't take any? Because what I'd like to do, I know it's hot in August, but don't know if it's going to happen, but I would like to make my way down that way. Meet Jason. I'd like to go down and see Robert's layout, the train, Flying Crow. Maybe meet up with you, Randall, if you're able to find some time. Somehow meet up with John. I'd like to go see his layout, but if we can't work out the logistics, at least maybe we can all meet up somewhere common and do some rail fanning or something. Don't know if it's going to happen this year or not. I would like to do that. Focus on channels, listening to governmentees talk on our future. Huh. Well, I'm not against trimming the fat. Oklahoma Railroad Club, how are you? Now, he's only maybe 2.5 hours away. I mean, and they run every Saturday. I'd like to try to get out there maybe once a month or like something to hang out with them guys. We'll see what happens. I keep saying it, but I just haven't made the move to do it. So I was able to meet up with Steve Childers. Oh, Steve's out that way too. I forgot Oklahoma. So I mean, it's kind of like the general area, but everybody's still kind of spread out. You know, you got Arkansas, Texas, Oklahoma. You're in, is it Missouri, Randall? Correct me if I'm wrong. You got Container Man in Kansas. So, I mean, there's kind of like some people in that like South Central area, but they're still kind of spread out. Almost like you'd have to have like a set weekend, like a meet and greet, like Sparky was doing up here, where everybody kind of just from the area just kind of come to that meet and greet type thing. Just so guys could plan on, you know, this weekend I'm going to go. Maybe I have to get a hotel for the night or, you know, something along that. How long do you have left, Anthony? You getting that early retirement? Okay, hi. Thank you for coming in, man. I always appreciate it. Always good to hear from you. I got love the name Marilla, the white train. Applications, I don't like to use them unless it's a have to case. So, well, you have to you have to take a break sometime, man. Enjoy things. Who in the community is in Georgia? I don't know. Waiting for my watch hours to reach 3,000. There you go, guys. Let's get Scott up to 3,000. I don't know where he's at now, but pop on some of his videos and let him play in the background while you're doing other things. There's about 4 hours southwest of me. I could ride Amtrak from Little Rock to Longview. That comes through the middle of the night. That's all right. Get on the train, take a nap. Hope to be done at the end of next year, you know. We got the chance to go to the club. I'm going out there for a few days. Most of the time I was doing trips. So yeah, before he moves. Your watch hours are 6:45 or your subscribers? Is it still 3,000 with the 500? Robert's a few weekends from now. Steve is meeting up with us. Yeah, I remember him mentioning that. You guys were coming. Watch hours of there. Yeah, you'll enjoy Anthony's layout, man. Well, let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and we're 3 hours from Robert. You gonna head over there too that weekend? Jason comes up. That'd be cool. Oh, geez, Mike. Yeah, well, you know, but you're coming into boating season, you got to get the boat going. You know, got to get that running. How you doing, Mike? April 12th. Oh, that's the weekend you guys are going. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here just because I got to get to the shop. I have a haircut at like 10:30. So I kind of have to go. It's only about 5 minutes away, but I kind of have to shut this all down and get going. So I will see you guys Tuesday night, 7 p.m. on this channel for On Track Tuesday. JL Mountain Railroad, good to have you in here. Welcome. And let's make sure we support them. Let's watch some Waycross's channel, get his watch hours up there. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on Tuesday. So thank you everybody for coming in, and have a great weekend. Hopefully I'll see you on some of the other streams. Jim Tedesco's on tonight, 6 p.m. on the Millennium County channel. So for Short Lion Thursday. So I will catch you guys there, probably, maybe, hopefully. And we'll see you next week. Bye for now.